Hello and welcome. In this video, I will demonstrate analytics on spreadsheet by going over some exercise problems. So question 1. The Excel file science engineering jobs shows number of jobs in thousands in year 2000 and projection for 2010 from a government study. Use Excel file to compute the projected increase from 2000 baseline and also the percentage change for each educational category. So this is the Excel file. Okay. So you are asked to do the change. So there are different occupations here. This is the current, and this is the projected data. So what is the change? Okay, so nominal. So typing equal in this cell, and it should be the projected in C6, quick cell C6, minus the current. Okay, so that is the change, the increase. Press enter. And the percent change, it is just this number divided by B6. That is the percent change. And after that, you need to do the same thing for all other occupations. So select these two data, put your mouse pointer on bottom right corner, and click and drag down. Okay. So you get all the numbers. So that is question 1. And question 2, it is referred to this data set. Excel file store and region sales database provide sales data for computers and preferential showing the store identification number, sales region, item number, item description, unit price, unit source, months when the sales were made during the fourth quarter of last year, modify the spreadsheet to calculate the total sales revenue for each of the 8 stores, as well as each of the 3 sales regions. So you are asked to figure out, first of all, what is the total weekly revenue? Total weekly revenue. So we know revenue equal to unit sold multiply unit price. Okay, press enter key. And then use the file handle. Double click the file handle. It's copied down. Okay. So after you finish this step, now you are going to do total sales revenue. If you look at column C, we have store number from 1 to 8, column C, okay? Oops. Okay. So what is the total sales for store number 1? For store number 1, that is the question. Okay. So we are going to use sum if function. Okay. So if the store is number 1, okay, and we add all the revenue here for store 1. So from here to here, that is the store 1. So sum if opening bracket, okay, and the range is from C4 to C99, C4 here, C4 to C99, that is the range. And this range is fixed, so I'm going to press F4 button to change to absolute cell reference. Okay, F4 if you are using Windows. That is the range. Criteria, I will click this one. Okay, this is my criteria. So after criteria, the next parameter is the sum range. Okay. And the sum range is from J4 to J99. So from here to 99. So again, I will use absolute cell reference by pressing F4 button. Closing bracket. So this is a sum if function to add weekly revenue for store number 1. Press enter key. Okay. So now because we use the absolute cell reference, but for L4, we use relative reference because next time the store number will become 2. Okay. So you use field handle, double click field handle, you get all the cells for different region. Okay. So this is the total sales revenue based on different store. Okay, different store. So next, in the region here, in column D, you have 3 different regions, south, north, east. So what is the total sales revenue for each region? Again, we are going to use the sum if function. Sum if. Okay. This time, the range would be column D. So from D4 until D97. Or until D99. Okay. Press F4 button if you're using a PC. If you're using a Mac, you can manually add those $sign. So criteria is this south is the criteria, and this south is a relative cell reference because next time it will become north and becomes east. You want this south will be changed. Okay. And some range it is from here. We want to sum revenue. Okay. So again, I'll press F4 button. Okay. So that is then enter button. This is the total sales revenue for south. Okay, use field handle. You get total revenue for north and the east. Okay. So if I click the north, you see it becomes L17. So L17 is north. If you click here, it becomes L18. So That's why L column we use relative cell reference. So that is the sum if function. Okay. So next one is refer to this table. Problem 2.3, okay. I will try to scroll down so that you see the complete question. So this question is an Excel file present in guest database. Provide a list of customers' rooms they occupied, arrival and departure date, number of occupants, and daily rate for small bed and breakfast inn during 1 month. Room rates are the same for 1 or 2 guests. However, additional guests may pay an additional $20 per person per day for meals. Guests staying for 7 days or more receive 10% discount. Modify spreadsheet to calculate the number of days that each party stayed at the inn and the total revenue for the length of stay. Okay. So this is question 3. So original data is given. Okay. You are asked to calculate the daily rate considering number of guests. Daily rate, okay. So this is a cell K7, okay. And we know if it is 1 or 2 people, it is just daily rate 150, okay. If you have additional guest, $20 per guest, okay. So we are going to use if function to calculate daily rate, okay, for, so type in if, okay. We are going to do logical test. If this H column represents number of guests, if this one smaller equal to 2, comma, if this is true, daily rate is 150, okay, is this number here. And if it is not true, means it is greater than 2 people, okay. So how many greater? You use number of guests minus 2. For example, if you have 5 guests, 5 minus 2, you have 3 more guests. For those 3 more guests, the rate is $20, okay? And you have to plus the base rate, okay? The base rate and closing bracket. So that is the logical if function. Press enter. So for the first one, you get 150 because it is 2 guests. But for the second one, so first I will double click using the file handle. Or I will just click and drag down. Let's check, verify this one. The second record has 3 people. So 3 people, you have 1 extra people, should pay $20 more. So 112.50 plus $20, it should be 132, okay, etc. So this is the daily rate, okay. Next, we are going to compute number of days stayed, number of days stayed, it is just departure date minus arriving date, that is number of dates. Okay, departure minus arriving. Okay. So for the first record, they stayed 3 days. So now use the fill handle to copy down the formula. Okay. So after that, we calculate total revenue. Okay. And the total revenue said, for total revenue, if it is less or equal to 6 people, it is just the daily rate times number of days. Okay. Otherwise, you get 10% discount. Okay. So total revenue equal to, again, we are going to use if function. If number of days, so L7, this is number of days, smaller equal to 6, okay. Revenue equal to daily rate times number of days stayed. So 150 times 3, that is the total revenue. Otherwise, you get 10% discount. So it should be daily rate times number of stay times 0.9. You get 10% discount. You only pay 90%. Okay, so that is the total revenue. Okay, if I click here, this is the formula here. And double click the fill handle. You get the revenue for other guests. Okay. So this is a if function. Question 3. Question 4. Just try to get question 4. Okay, I will show you question 4 here. Question 4, I will go here to see. So question 4, we are going to use the COUNTIF function. Okay, here. This is question 4. Okay, credit risk data. Provide information about 425 bank customers who applied for loans. Okay, I will show you the data while reading the description. So that is 2.4, it is here. I'm going to move here. Oops. Okay. So the data include the purpose of the loan, checking and savings account balance, number of months a customer of the bank, months employed, gender, marital status, age, housing status, and the number of years at current residence, job type, and credit risk classification by the bank. So question A, use COUNTIF function to determine How many customers applied for new car, used car, business, education, small appliances, and furniture loans? 2. The number of customers with checking account balance less than 500. Okay, so we are going to do that question. So question A. Okay. This is where should I put the answer? Here. Okay. Number of applicants. Okay. So I click cell H4. I want to count how many number of applicants apply for new car. Okay. So I type in equal count if opening bracket. Okay. And the range is from A4 to A428. So A4 until 428, okay, up to here. Okay. And I want to change this range to absolute cell reference by pressing F4 button. Okay. So that is my range. Criteria, it is just G4 is the criteria. Closing bracket. Okay. Press enter. So there are 104 apply for new car. Now use the fail handle. You get 40 apply for used car, 44 apply for business, etc. Okay. So this is for number of applicants. Next, in order to do number of customers, their checking account balance less than 500, we have to figure out those two columns. Okay, column D and column A. D4. Oh, that is question B, so we do this one maybe here. Number of customers whose checking account balance less than 500. Less than 500. So you click equal count if. Count if the range is from checking account B4 to B428. B4 to to 428. Okay. Oh, I have to type, sorry. Before this formula is wrong. So I will go back. Go back. I'm going to re-enter the formula. The formula should be equal count if opening bracket, it should be from B4, I can directly type in, to B428, those are the range, and then F4 button to change it to absolute cell reference. So B4 to B428, criteria, quotation mark, smaller 500. Quotation mark, okay, press enter key. So 312 is less than 500. Okay. So that is question A. Question B, okay, question B. Modify the spreadsheet using if function to include new columns. Classify the checking and savings account balance as low. If the balance is less than 250, median is between 250 but less than 2,000 and higher. Otherwise, means if you have greater than 2000, greater equal 2000, it is high. Okay, so now in D4, we are going to quick equal. So equal then if, okay, logical test. So if this checking account smaller than 250, okay, if is less than 250, the status is low, quotation mark. The status is low, LOW, closing quotation mark, okay, comma. And then nested if, then if before smaller than 2000, it is a median, okay, MEDIUM, median, closing mark, okay. Otherwise, oops, do you want to correct it? No, I want to, the formula missing, okay. After median, quoted, comma, and then if it is a false, it is high, HITH high, closing bracket, okay. If I want to correction, here I'll double check this formula here. If smaller, low, and then if I missed median, okay, I have to, if it is smaller than 2000, it is a median. Okay. And then otherwise, it is high. Okay. So now I will copy down the formula. Okay, you have those numbers. Okay. So this is for checking account. For checking account, similarly, you can do the saving account. Okay, you can do saving account. So equal if this saving account smaller than 250, it is low. Otherwise, nested if the saving account is smaller than 2000, it is median. Otherwise, it is high. So I'll double check my formula here. Low if, median, high looks fine. Okay, so now double click to copy down the formula. Right, so that is question 4. Question 4. And question 5. This is question 4. Question 5. We are going to use match and index function. Okay, match and index function. The data file is here, 2.9. 2.9. So question A. Question A. You are asked to find row number corresponding to first and last instance of the item number. Item number in column C. Column C, you have item number. Okay. 1369. Okay. So what is the row number for 1369? The first appearance of 1369 and the last appearance of 1369. Where is the row number? So let's manually inspect. This is 1369. The row number is 15, see 15. And this is the last instance of 1369. The row number is 17. And how do you use Excel to find 15, find 17? This is I manually found out. Imagine you have hundreds of data. How can you manually find out at which row? Okay, so that is the question A. Okay. So we are going to use March. Okay. So first row for order equal to MATCH March. Okay. And the first parameter you need to type in lookup value. We are looking for 1369, this number. Okay. And lookup array, it is from column C. So from C4 to C97. Okay. Basically from here, C4 to C27. And then match type. We have 1 is less than, 0 is exact match, -1 greater than. So this question asks you for the first instance of 1365, so exact match. Okay, and after that, because this data starting with row 4, see? The data starting with row 4, I have to add 3 to get row 15. See, this is the formula. Why do I add 3? I want to get row 15. There is a 3 heading here, 3 rows as heading. Okay. So similarly, you can find the last row. Okay. And the last row, you can copy this, modify this formula, but I just want to repeat match, M-A-T-C-H, match. We need to find 1369. What is the last appearance, last instance for this row number, for this number, okay? What is the row number for the last instance of 1369? Lookup array is still from C4 to C97. This time, we want to find the last instance, means every number before this number, before 1369. So we are going to select 1, less than, okay, less than. And then we are going to add 3 because there is a 3 first lines as header. So we get row 17, see, row 17 here. Okay. So that is question A. And question B, what is the order cost associated with the instance of item 1369 that you identified in part A? Okay, the order cost. So the order cost for first order, we are going to use index to do that. So equal index, opening bracket, going to move this a little bit. Okay. After that, you need array. Okay, array means we need to select the whole data table from A4 to J97. Okay, so array, we need to select the whole data from A4 to J97. Select all the data. And then F4 button to convert to absolute cell reference. Okay. After that, I will type in the formula here, comma, and the next one is row number. Row number. Remember, we already did row number in step A. In step A, when we did row number, we add 3. This time, we do not add 3 because we specify the table. Okay, so watch. Row number should be, basically you copy down step A without plus 3. Okay, row number is March, M-A-T-C-H, March. Okay, 1369 column, and then C4 column C97 comma 0. Okay, then comma again. Next parameter, column number. So what we trying to find, we are trying to find order cost. Where is order cost? See, order cost in column G, column G. Column A is number 1, column B is number 2, column C is number 3, column G is number 7. So you type in 7. Column G is in 7. Okay. Oops, and I have to close it. After 7, I have to put closing bracket. Okay, and then click OK button. So I get the order cost for first order, this number. Let's manually verify. So the first instance of 1369 is here. So the order cost, say 63,000. That's correct. 63,000 here. Okay. So we found the first instance. And now we need to also find the cost for last order. So I'm going to copy and paste and modify the first to last. For last order. Okay. So basically, so 1369, the first order is here, the last order is here. Those are the 3 numbers. Okay, so we want to find out what is this number here. We want to find out 42. We already found 63,000. This time we want to find 42. So you can repeat yourself, or you can modify this formula a little bit. Index match. Okay, so you can copy down this formula, and then maybe I will just redo it. So this time I still use index, I-N-D-X index. No. Opening bracket. Index. Okay, I'll just try to copy then. I need to modify the formula. And this time, I need to modify the formula. This is absolute match, this one. So it is this one I should change to C4 to C97. And because this is the last, this parameter change to 1 means last instance. Okay, so this should be the formula. You can manually type in. Okay, I just copied and modified the formula. So this is the cost for last order, so 42 here. And now question C. Question C asks you, question C, use the combination of sum, index, match to do what? Combination of these 3 functions to add all these 3 numbers together. All these 3 numbers together. Okay, so the total cost for all orders for item 1369. This is a question C. Okay, so basically you can use a sum function. Okay, so I'm going to so sum, I copied the formula here. I will just maybe want to paste to avoid some typing. So this is the formula I copied. I want to to save some time to manually type. Okay, since I'm here, I'm going to copy this. So this one is the first instance of that number. So I'm going to Control-C, copy. And then I will type in the formula here. So start with equal, okay, equal sum, opening bracket, and then I click Control-V, paste. So you can manually type in this formula, okay, manually type in this formula, and then comma, manually type in this formula, and modify this parameter to 1 because represent last instance. Okay, so sum this one, and this one is not comma, should be column, means from first to last. And then you press on correction. You press OK button. Okay, so this one is the formula. Okay, if you add all these three numbers together, you get this formula. Let's verify. So equal sum, sum. I want to add all these three numbers together. No, I will redo it. So equal sum, opening bracket, all these three numbers together. See, you get the same result as we use these three functions: match, index, and sum. Okay. So in summary, in this lab, you learned some spreadsheet skills to solve a business problem. Specifically, you use sum if, count if, nested if, index, match, and sum function. Okay, so that's for this demonstration. Thank you so much. How to end the new share? Stop sharing.